Hi everyone, Peter Laoudikos, Railway Commercial. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Let's get straight into this fortnightly report. So I guess the first thing I want to discuss with you today is the level of stock we're starting to see in the marketplace. Now, since the start of the year, we've seen a steady decline in the number of listings advertised. We just couldn't keep up with the number of or volume of sales compared to stock coming into the marketplace. So, we've seen a steady decline. However, in the last 2 weeks, we saw a 4% increase in the level of stock across the marketplace throughout the Gold Coast. Now, why that's important is it's the first time it's happened since January. So we're going to monitor that. It's at a stable level of 342 total listings across the Gold Coast. And of course that's inflated because there's properties under contract and already sold in that list. But that is at a level that is still very, very, very low, but an increase for the first time. We've seen some recent sales within our own personal business that I'll quickly run through with you as well, highlighting the overall market. So 26 Eridan Drive in Arundel, which was a freehold warehouse. It was being sold with a tenant in place on a month-to-month lease and with a gross income of $144,000 a year. It was a 908 square metre building in fairly original but good condition and sold for $3,500,000 at auction with 21 registered bidders, which is a rate per square metre of over $3,850 a square metre, which is right up there. It's a very consistent trend, but we still are getting a lot of competition and there's a lack of supply in just overall warehousing of a freehold nature. So anything with a tenant, anything with vacant possession, you're pretty likely going to see a fair bit of competition in that marketplace. We also sold Unit 18 at 39 to 47 Lawrence Drive in Nerang. Now this is the second time I've sold this property in the last 6 months. Originally selling it for $700,000. We just sold it for $750, getting the owner out of it. That was a 245 square metre, little single level showroomy warehouse in pretty original condition. That sold for just over $3,060 a square metre. Nerang to me is the best value for money industrial in the Gold Coast. It's the rate per square metre there compared to other areas, even locally surrounding that, is cheap. We sold 5 of 2 Acacia Court in Robina, little hairdressers in a strata underneath a residential building. That sold for $515,000. It was 136 square metres. It had a net income of around $37,000, which is just under a 7% yield. And that's where I'm seeing yields for those type of assets. Anything sub $1 million in a strata, you're probably likely to see value in the 6.5% to 7% range, which is top of the market yields on the Gold Coast at the moment. We've got some new listings coming to the market. So we've just listed Unit 5 at 2 to 6 Commerce Circuit, which is going to auction on the 25th of July. It's a 263 square metre ground floor warehouse with 67 square metres of approved mezzanine space. However, the owners have built in an amazing office in there. There's kitchens, there's bathrooms, multiple toilets. The total gross area is 441 square metres. It's being sold vacant possession. There's 7 car parks that comes with it. Very unusual in a small complex of 6. Would highly recommend having a look at that. Inquiry for that just went online yesterday, has been very strong. We've got 11 Barinia Street in Slacks Creek, just heading north towards Brisbane, coming up on the market. So if you're heading from the Gold Coast to Brisbane on the M1, on the left-hand side, you'll go past the Motorline BMW. On the left-hand side, you've got all the car dealerships, the Harley-Davidson dealership. Veer off of the slipway there, turn left, you're at Barinia Street. 1,500 square metre block. It's going to have a 6-month lease with a 3-month option for $120,000 net income. The tenant will recover all the outgoings during that time. About a 900 square metre warehouse on a 1,500 square metre block. Super rare, rarely available. Would recommend having a look at that when it comes to the market. We've got 10 Eridan Drive also coming online this week. That is going to be a tenanted investment, a brand new 3x2 by 2 year lease. $230,000 a year net income, 100% of the outgoings recoverable by the tenant, 1,500 square metre block and approximately 880 square metres of warehouse and really nice offices. The owner of the property has done an incredible fit out. It's been recently painted, everything's been done, sit and forget asset. 4 roller doors, which in the future, you've got a stable tenant there, but in the future, if you wanted to separate it into smaller units, it's about 160 square metres a unit, and that's going to increase the rent significantly. We just listed 4 of 27 Bailey Crescent in Southport, which is a small little 90 square metre single level warehouse with a 6-month lease in place, which would be great for an owner occupier, someone needing storage, coming to the market soon. And if you're looking for a good investment, we've got 2 at 10 Market Street in the Brisbane CBD coming to the market as well. Ground floor in the inner city, very close to Eagle Street. New lease being signed 2 by 2 by 2, around 80,000 a year net income. Comes with a car park as well in the city, which is super rare. And we've got 5 and number 6 at 55 to 65 Christensen Road, which is a current campaign. 2 individual warehouses, 124 and 123 square meters apiece. Was due to go to auction on the 4th of July, but it's looking very likely that the auction will be brought forward and shut down this week with the level of interest we're receiving on that property. There's a lot of things that we can discuss about the current market, but one thing I can say with absolute confidence is supply is still at a very low level. The demand is absolutely there. There are key assets in the marketplace 100% missing that aren't available and are highly sought after. Land, medical, retail strip shops. There's industrial needs out there as well. If you're holding an asset and you're considering selling it, let's have a chat. We'd love to discuss to you how we can position the property for maximum value. And if you're a buyer looking for certain needs, please approach us because we're always undertaking off-market opportunities. Thanks for spending some time with me. All the best and looking forward to keeping you updated in a couple of weeks.